Welcome back, A-listers. This is the week of July 12th. I'm Francisco,
And I'm Andres.
and this is Put It on the List, where we discuss everything in streaming and entertainment. This week, we are breaking it down to 2 episodes. First, we went a little old school. We discussed what we watched and the things we liked. We got some trailers. They are back. We also have a cool double feature for you just in time for summer. Second episode, we go full spoilers on 2 of the best shows of the year so far: Stranger Things and The Boys. 2 nerds, 2 pods. Let's go! Andres, my friend, how are you doing, buddy?
¿Cómo estás? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm ready, man. We're recording a little earlier than usual, so the energy's high.
Yeah. High like a dragon.
How are you, man?
I'm chilling, man. Just another day, trying to get by, and ready to talk some nerd stuff with you.
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff this week. This will be fun. 2 episodes.
Yeah, a little bit of randomy kind of, but it's cool.
No, there's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun for everyone's ears. So I think everyone's gonna have a good one. And I'm guessing we're gonna upload the second full-on spoiler podcast maybe like a day or 2 after this one, so they could spread it out a little bit.
Sounds good. Got a lot of content out there.
A lot. So let's get started. News and tidbits.
Hey, I'm excited about this. I know this is one of my favorite movies. I think this is one of your favorite movies. Heat. Michael Mann's coming out saying that he's gonna make Heat 2.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love Heat. I mean, I remember sitting in the theater watching it, like just in awe, because I think that at that time, that might have been like the longest film I'd sat through and been fully invested in at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, holy crap. And then just kind of ends at the end, you're just like, wow. So it was awesome. As far
I
as
kind of remember going like this, putting my hands over my ears because of the gunshots in the robbery scene. I was like, man, it was so loud. And like nuts. And it cracked, just crack, bop, 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 bop.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Mann stuff is fairly grounded. Like, he doesn't, I mean, it's over the top, but I mean, grounded in like how he presents it.
Yeah.
Oh man, first Heat's so good. And then we started watching Tokyo Vice. I watched maybe the first episode.
Yeah.
Pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So if we can get that Michael Mann back and he could figure out a story for Heat 2, I mean, all right, let's take it back. What do you think they could possibly do with the sequel to Heat?
Well, I think he's going to base it. He wrote a book, and it's Heat 2. And he's going to transcribe it into a film or, do a screenplay for it.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then, so the book is written, and it came out like last month. And now, at first, he was like, oh, no, it's just a book. We're not going to do a film. Now he's saying that, the plan was to go ahead and do the book and then make it a movie. And I'm like, I don't know. But so there's a little prequel to the book and some of the future too. So it's going to be like time jumping.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, if the book's getting good reviews, the movie will probably be really good. So we'll see what happens. I mean, fingers crossed. If it does come out, it's really good. I'm in as long as it looks pretty good. I'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, all right. So Heat 2, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I mean, not to like spoil it, but like everyone fucking dies at the end of Heat.
And it's been 22 years?
Yeah.
27 years is it? Since these actors have been on the screen together and like everybody's gone through life and gotten older.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the detectives in the first Heat are long retired by now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
See what happens. I don't know. Whatever. But hey, cool. If it's a fun story, do it.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got a little tidbit from the mouse. They're redoing. They're gonna introduce a couple of characters from Daredevil, and Kingpin in the new show called Echo.
Yeah. Echo's character from the Hawkeye series, which shockingly was like a really good series.
It was a fun show.
Man, it was really fun. They seriously needed that.
Yeah.
They needed a W, and that was it. That was the perfect W that they needed at the time. Yeah, they introduced that character of Echo. I think she was cooler in the comics a little bit, but she's interesting enough, and
Yeah.
we'll see where it goes. But yeah, that's I think gonna be the doorway for them to introduce the Netflix Marvel characters back into the
MCU.
MCU. Yeah, which is like, all right, that's cool. They're dipping their toe into it. They're not like full on crazy because they did introduce Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock
Yeah.
in one tiny, way too tiny of a scene in the last Spider-Man film.
Yeah. I'm wondering what their long-term goal is here. You know, like I'm assuming it's to make more Daredevil shows, or I
Yeah, I
just don't
think they
have.
said there.
I I I I wonder if they're trying to bait in the Daredevil fans into checking out this new show. You know.
I think they announced who's going to be running the next Daredevil show too.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
I think, well, maybe we'll do like a big wrap up on this. There's a lot of moving parts. It's hard to keep track of everything.
Yeah.
It's like until there's a trailer for something, I'm like, we'll just take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Hey, I'm there. I'm there for it. I think you're there for it too.
Yeah.
I loved the Daredevil Netflix show, so bring them on.
They both did a good job. Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox.
Yeah, even Kristen Ritter. I thought her Jessica Jones show
Yeah.
was season 1 highlight. That was a highlight for their run. All right, those were our news and tidbits for the week. What do we got next?
All right. Next, we got a few things that we watched. A couple of new things and a lot of old school stuff. First, we went. Me and my family and I, we went to watch the Minions, Rise of Gru. It was good, man. We enjoyed it. It was an hour and 40 minutes, perfect, and it was fun. I laughed out loud, and so did everybody else.
All right.
Don't want to give, so one of my, like, I thought it was gonna, I liked it more than the first Minions movie. The first Minions movie was kind of like,
I thought it was okay too.
Middle of the road. This one felt a little bit better to me, and like, it was different right off the bat because the beginning credits, they pay a homage to some, very famous spy movie series of movies.
Okay.
So, yeah, right off the bat, I was like, "Oh, this is different. It's kind of cool," and they just kept going with it, which I appreciated it.
Cool. Yeah, I look forward to this. Hopefully, I mean, I think I've only seen Despicable Me in the theaters. Everything else has just been streaming, rentals, whatnot.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's much better than the third Despicable Me, which I didn't think I cared much for. But
I can't even remember the storyline for that.
yeah, I've seen the first 2 Despicable Me several times. I think we own them. They're hilarious. They're so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, fingers crossed that this one drop sooner, and we'll definitely check it out, and I'll give you my thoughts when we watch it.
Yeah. Also, Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
How are you doing with that?
I finished the first episode. I finally got a chance to get into it, and I gotta say, man, it's got a lot of like Spider-Man Homecoming vibes, like throughout. I'm like, this is, and not just that, but like as you spoke to, like the graphic design elements to like so many shots and the animation and the camera moves and the color, like it's fun. It's
fun
a lot
watch.
of fun to watch. It's fun.
Yeah.
And they put thought. That's the thought, but they executed it really, really well. It's fun.
Yeah.
And I just barely started the second episode.
Yeah.
It starts out fun. I'm like, man, this is cool.
Yeah.
And it's only 6 episodes, and I think the 6th airs like this week, which I'm not going to be able to get into this week, but I'm going to keep chasing it until maybe in the next couple of weeks I'll be done. But man, I really liked it. Miss Marvel on Disney Plus. Good job.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah, you said it's more of like a teen, audience that they're going for. But hey, man, this adult teenager right here, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's there's enough there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still watching it. I'm like 4 episodes in, so
yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a pretty cool show. Glad you checked that out.
Yeah. Getting a little late to that, but hey, cool. All right, what do we got next?
Westworld season 4, episode 2 on HBO Max. I got,
Ooh.
yeah, man. I gotta say that this episode was the most cohesive it's been in a
Oh.
while. So I
So it's like
appreciate it.
they had like one writer instead of like 19.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It was like fluid. I really liked the episode, and I think we're back, man.
Oh, it only took like what, 4 years?
No, it's just funny, man, because sometimes they're like they get too like out there into timelines and storylines and who's real, who's not real. Is this a robot? Is that a robot? Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I was able to follow everything in the entire episode.
So you don't got to listen to that second podcast to explain to you what you just watched for the last hour.
Yeah, I listened to it and everybody felt the same.
Okay. So you're just double checking.
Yeah, yeah. Like, am I like dazed and confused or what's going on? But yeah. So it was a good episode, man. I liked it. I liked it. So
Cool. I'm still not gonna watch that crap, but that's
yeah,
cool.
it's not crap, bro. It's hard. All right.
All right.
So we
What
got
else?
some old school flavors right here for you guys.
Yeah.
You want to start off with?
Yeah. So it's 4th of July for reasons. I like to watch Jaws on 4th of July, and I got it on Blu-ray, so I'm like, all right, Jaws is happening. So I watched Jaws again on 4th of July. It's like one of those few things where you can just lay down on the couch. You got food in the oven for a couple hours. I made some ribs, let it cook for like 4 hours. Plenty of time to watch a shark fest. I love Jaws. Jaws is like one of my top 5 films of all time, probably. I think it's just a damn flawless film. I don't know what else to say besides it's like such a classic, and it holds up every year. There's like maybe a couple shots here and there, but overall, I'm like, it looks good. And on Blu-ray, it looks good. And as a kid, sharks scared the crap out of me. I thought they were gonna be a much bigger problem growing up. You know, like sharks in the bathtub, sharks coming out of the toilet, but turns out not so much. But yeah, about you, what were your thoughts on Jaws?
I'm with you, man. It's. I don't know if it's top 5, but it's top 10 of all time. That I love this movie, dude. I, I don't know how. I feel like it gets its due credit, but it could get a little bit more. Like I love this movie. Like you said, every shot, the way it looks. You put it on these nice, beautiful TVs, and the shots hold up. Everything looks pretty, and the story is well done. And like you, I grew up being scared of sharks, and I'm like, I grew up in the desert, So there was like, there's
Watch
no
out for that
water.
puddle.
There's no water around. And I was scared as hell of the sharks. So the movie did its job,
Yeah,
So
did
yeah,
it ever?
yeah. So that's cool. We for 4th of July we watched Tremors, another
Yeah,
classic. Just a oldie but a goodie. Just a classic, fun kind of suspenseful movie. I love it, man. I love the monster, the design, the characters. Everybody
the
felt like,
actors, the
yeah,
cast.
yeah, everything was super cool, and it still looked good. I'm like, I thought that the worms and stuff were gonna look a little bit hokey, but they did a pretty good job, man. I'm like, they still hold up. They hold up.
There's only one shot in the film that kind of gets me every time. It's like a bad green screen
Uh,
in the basement when they're shooting the graboid. Other than that, I think the film looks great. I mean, I remember I watched this in theaters when I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure when I was a kid we usually go watch 2 films. We'd go watch one and we'd sneak into the other. And Tremors is on one of those lists. I don't remember the other film exactly, but our little group of kids went and snuck in and watched Tremors. And like halfway through the movie, I was like, "Is it my imagination? Like this is a really good movie." And
yeah,
like it's one of those movies that just when it starts, like immediately,
yeah,
it doesn't stop for an hour and a half.
yeah,
Go, 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 up, down, like, yay, oh shit, yay, oh shit, yay, oh shit,
yeah,
for like 90 minutes, and you're just in it. And it's such a trim, like this movie is trim. And it's I think it's a perfect paced film for everything it is. The cast is awesome. I love Tremors. I should watch it more often.
yeah,
Yeah. But ooh, it's on Peacock right now, which is really cool. And the quality, they did a great job transferring it. I'm like, this looks really good too.
yeah. No, yeah. And it just said it just press play and then it just goes. You
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Fun. And it's not, I think kids could most There's a couple parts here and there. You're like, damn, it's like Jaws,
Yeah.
but for the most part, it's funny. Like when the funny parts are funny. Like
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward. Shout out to those guys. Like I never would have guessed that duo would just make me laugh throughout the whole damn film.
Yeah.
Great,
Did a great
Tremors,
job.
love it.
What else did you watch?
Yeah, and so the other double feature that we did with Jaws, we decided to keep going with Spielberg, and we watched Jurassic Park. It's on HBO. We watch it like maybe once a year. I remember when it first came out, I was a little underwhelmed. Like I was expecting for some reason more because the big film that like ILM did before was Terminator 2, and that film like blew my mind. Like the next big amazing film was supposed to be Jurassic Park. And I didn't quite get the highs and lows that I did with Terminator 2. But like over the years, like this film was taking on a different type of life for me. I'm like, this film's good. Like it's so well paced. It looks great. It has shots that are like from like 30 years ago that still hold up better than most films today. It's just an awesomely shot film, awesome paced, great cast. Dude, Jurassic Park is such a classic. How about you? What's your relationship with Jurassic Park?
You know what's funny is I thought I was gonna have a hot take by saying that when I first watched Jurassic Park, I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
But I guess it's the same. Like,
Weird.
yeah, it's weird because now, if it's on, it's staying on because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I hope it doesn't get to the T-Rex part yet. You know, that's like the money shot. You know, like the money scene. Yeah, and everything has aged well for me from Jeff Goldblum, and because I wasn't a huge Jeff Goldblum fan back in the '90s.
Oh.
Because of the Fly, because I was grossed out of the Fly. Bro.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was like, I'm not watching anything with that guy. That guy melted and like Fly. I'm good. But you know, I was a little kid. That's how I dealt with things. But now, man, it's like this is a good movie, dude. It's a good movie. And at the same time, when it first came out, everybody's like Jurassic Park, and I didn't get it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
the
get
marketing machine was in full force, man.
I mean, like it's a dinosaur movie. What, you know, what do you want to do? But yeah, it's aged great, and I like it.
And I love the fact that like you got two sequels, not that great, but two direct sequels, and then you had Jurassic World like decades later, and it totally paid off the premise of the first film. Like, what if it actually opened and there was hundreds of people there, and then shit went down, and it was so that I love Jurassic World. I like Jurassic Park and then Jurassic World. That is a hell of a combo right there.
Yeah.
Like Jurassic World was so much like I didn't think I was gonna like it that much. And like halfway through, I'm like, shit, this is good.
Yeah, it was good. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Give me those two and we're good.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, those are that's the films we watched over the 4th of July break. Yeah,
My second film was John Carpenter movie called Big Trouble in Little China.
Woo.
I don't know if you heard of it. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, we watched that. My first time showing it to my kid. And I think he liked it. The consensus wasn't unanimous, but he's like, what the? He kept saying, what the when something weird would happen, you know?
It's an out there film. It has some moments. Like, even I'm excited to watch it again because I know it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
So I'm going to check it out probably the next week or so.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Christina has either she hasn't watched it or she hasn't watched it in like several decades and she doesn't really remember that much about it.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked to like to sit on the couch. I'm like, here we go.
Yeah. I forgot how she does. Kim Cattrall. The girl was Kim Cattrall.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was, I mean, she's pretty, but she was really beautiful back then. And
Sex in the City, like
a
decade or two later.
Yeah. But everybody was great. Kurt Russell has so much charisma, you know, and he was over the top, but cool enough to be like, oh yeah, that's my guy right there.
He had to be over the top and cool because at the end of the day, he literally did nothing in the entire film.
He just got his ass kicked every scene.
Every scene, it's so good.
Yeah.
He pulled a Tom Cruise before, or a Jackie Chan before, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, just getting his ass kicked left and right. And it's so funny. I still love the scene where he opens up the door and like the whole gang's right there.
We may be stuck.
It's so funny.
It's such a great gag because he opens the door, looks around, there's nothing. He shuts the door. Okay, everyone ready to go? All right, on 3, 1, 2, 3. And he opens the door and there's like 20 dudes standing at the door. And he's like, and he shuts the door. Oh, come. We may be trapped.
Dude, and then like at the end where there's the escalator with the dragon face and the neon. Like,
Yeah.
bro, it's like I want that in my room, in my house. Can I get a dragon head and some neon, please?
I love how they have this ancient temple. It just happens to have like an electronic escalator with neon.
Fucking neon. Yeah, man, the 80s,
Like
dude.
it's like it's hooking up to the corner of a mall or something, or like a fucking buffet. You're like,
Yeah,
what is this?
yeah. There's like an orange Julius right next to it and shit.
You're like, all right. There's the sharper image where they're ready to get like the soundtrack going.
Dude, that shit was badass.
But that movie's awesome. I'm excited to watch it again soon.
Yeah, it
All
was good
right.
times.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So those are the movies we watched, and
Yeah.
some old school stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
And now we
It was a
got
good time.
moving forward, we got some trailers. The
Yeah.
trailer segment is back, and
Woo.
I feel pretty confident. I hope you watched them. Did you watch them all?
I'm pretty sure I put the links to all of them here, motherfucker.
No, I did a couple, bro. Unless you didn't watch the ones I gave you.
No, I watched the one before you even posted these. I already watched them.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty sure. Anyways, yes, we watched them all.
Sweet.
Jesus.
Yeah, we got to double check. Bro.
Jesus.
You never know with you, bro.
Damn.
All right, first we got David.
Can we talk about some trailers?
Let's talk about some trailers, dude.
Can we talk about some trailers?
Yeah, let's talk about some trailers.
All right, let's get into the trailers that we've all both watched.
Both of us have watched them. David O. Russell's Amsterdam. What a cast.
Damn.
Right?
Dude, I mean, I already could tell you there's going to be some more nominations coming out of this cast.
Yeah.
Just from the trailer alone. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, dude. I'm just.
You want to? How about you read?
Go ahead.
Anyways, go ahead. I'm interrupting you.
All right, so here's the cast lineup, okay?
Yeah.
Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Chris Rock, Anya Taylor-Joy, Zoe Saldana, Mike Myers, Michael Shannon, Timothy Olyphant, Rami Malek, and Mr. Robert De Niro. Holy shit. It's like 3 movies.
Dude. I remember watching that trailer and I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
And it's like a period piece. It looks fun. The performances are all out there. Like they're just like letting loose.
Yeah.
This comes out in November.
Yeah. It has a little bit of a Coen Brothers feel to me. Like those kind of like quirky kind of movies that they used to do. And the cast looks crazy. And when they show Robert De Niro on the screen for like 2 seconds, you're like, oh shit. He's in there too?
Yeah, David Russell likes him, and he featured him a ton in Silver Linings Playbook.
Man,
so I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like I love Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah.
I'm all about this.
Yeah, so we both approve of this. Check it out, guys, if you guys get a chance.
And that's Amsterdam coming out in November.
Yeah, next one we got Aubrey Plaza in Emily the Criminal.
I love the name.
Yeah. It tells you what the movie's about.
Andres the Awesome.
Andres the trailer skipper. I'm a big fan of Aubrey Plaza ever since Parks and Rec. Oh man. And she's might be one of the weirdest stars. Like have you seen the Hot Ones? Have you seen her on Hot Ones? Oh man.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. We got to do a whole episode. We got to give some shout outs to Hot Ones on that episode.
Yeah.
Because I watched a whole bunch recently. Yeah, she's fascinating as an actress. Like every time I watch Parks and Rec and she's on screen, I like lean in just a little bit more because I'm waiting for her to do something unexpected and funny and cool.
Yeah.
And she pretty much delivers every time.
Yeah. No, it's great. So this movie looks, a little out there, but it looks pretty well made. It looks amazing.
Yeah, no, it looks like a serious film.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious. This might be her first big serious role in a serious film.
Yeah. She's done a bunch of independent movies. She was the Chucky's mom in one of the Chucky movies.
Yeah, I didn't watch it though.
I watched it, and it was a 7.
There you go.
A 7.
That was actually good for a remake of something.
Yeah, but it was pretty good. So looking forward to checking her out in this movie.
And I was watching the trailer. And I'm like, I keep seeing this actor. I'm like, I know this guy. I know this guy. And I had to like look it up, and I saw, oh, it's Theo Rossi who played one of the main bikers in Sons of Anarchy for like 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
totally playing against type in this film.
Yeah.
I liked him. He was like a highlight of that show. I liked his character.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It looked good. Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
But yeah, Aubrey Plaza getting wrapped up in a world of crime. Looks like she gets like deeper and deeper with each little undertaking in this film, and she's got to figure out how to get herself out. I'm all for this film. I want to see what she does. I'm excited.
Yeah. Next one, where we got next?
We have Luck, the animated film.
Right.
And you saw the trailer, right?
Yeah, man. Looks good. Looks so good.
Yeah. I watched the trailer. I'm like, it looked kind of like eh. And then it kind of, as it progressed, the premise, the story of the film started to like reveal itself more and then more and then more. And towards the end, I'm like, damn, this is going to be a pretty cool movie.
Yeah. The world kept expanding, and we're like, huh, who would have thought that from the the lucky coin? And I'm like, they just built this world around it. And
yeah, it was, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. The conception of all the characters and everything like that, all the different animals or spirits or whatever they're going to be called.
Yeah.
Was pretty cool.
They put some thought into it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to check it out when it's available. Like, it looks cool. And I'll chat for a second. This is from a studio called Skydance Animation, which is a brand new studio. These guys got like a huge investment years ago, like hundreds of millions, and they just went on a hiring spree. And they just started hiring tons of folks from different studios away from them so they could start these projects up. And then on top of that, they did something that was controversial. They hired John Lasseter, who was one of the co-founders and head of Pixar for like a couple decades, who years previously was released from Pixar for, let's just call it, inappropriate behavior. So I thought his career was done. And then all of a sudden, like, the last year or so, these guys announced like they hired him to like help take over. And I was like, that's a big move. Like, you just got this dude who just, during like the whole Me Too movement, like before that, pre Me Too by a few years, it came out and he had to go. And now they hired him to take over as head of studio. I'm like, bold move. So maybe they're just not going to have him leave the house. Maybe he's going to do everything remotely so he can't do anything inappropriate with folks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the plan there is. But so yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, this is their first animation film, and by the looks of it, looks good.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and it's gonna be on Apple Plus.
Yeah, big move.
Streaming August 5th, I think is when it's gonna come out.
Yeah, it's pretty damn soon.
Yeah,
and maybe I'll get Apple by then. We'll see.
Yeah, there's some
all
cool
right.
stuff.
Next one. Yeah,
next one. Clerks 3 from Kevin Smith. This is when did the original come out? 93? Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah,
I think 93. It was the same year Desperado and Pulp Fiction. So 94. 94 actually.
Yeah.
I think all those three films, those three filmmakers, all came out the same year. Kevin Smith, Robert Rodriguez, and Tarantino. So I remember hearing all these stories that they were all on the same circuits, like going to the same festivals, and they were always hanging out together because they happened to be dropping at the same time. That's why they're all buddies.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. Cool. Yeah, I saw the trailer. It looks cool. It's so funny, man. Like, to see these people like age, you see them immortalized in film, and you're like, you forget sometimes that time keeps going, like, for everybody else. So it was cool.
Yeah, I thought the trailer looked pretty good. I was honestly expecting it to be much not so good because Kevin Smith's last 10 plus years of filming is not been on my radar. I saw a little bit of the last Jay and Silent Bob. I think it's called Reboot.
Yeah.
He did not take that film serious at all. It had like no story. It was like a bunch of like little gags and gimmicks over the course of like an hour and a half. And I'm like, dude, you gotta at least try to string these things together.
Yeah.
And it was I was like, ugh. Like, and it wasn't funny. And so I was like, oh man. And he's made some other films. I'm like, no. It's cool. He does what he wants to do. And I respect him for that, but I'm not going to be there for that if I'm not going to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
So I didn't, But this one actually looks like a cohesive, good story.
Yeah,
I was so I think I'm gonna watch this one.
I might check it out. It's continuing in the trend of these meta movies, but like how
Yeah,
meta can you be if you
yeah,
say you're meta in the movie? You know, like you're like taking it to another level and stuff. So we'll see how it is, and
yeah. Fingers crossed.
hopefully it's good. I really like Kevin Smith, and I've enjoyed his work throughout the years. You know,
Yeah,
not one of my top top, but I mean he does great work.
yeah.
Looking
And I
forward to
think
it.
and he's at the Comic-Con every year. We've seen him, and
He's
he's
funny. He's
hilarious,
funny.
man. He's a cool dude.
Yeah,
So fingers crossed.
yeah, fingers
All right, what
crossed.
do we got?
All right,
So what do we got new to the list?
new to the list. All right, first we got Blackbird. It's a new Apple Plus original, and it stars Taron Egerton, and other actors are Greg Kinnear. I don't know if it's his last role, but Ray Liotta is in it,
Yeah, I saw that.
and Paul Walter Hauser. Um, man, this is I watched the first episode, and
Oh,
it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. This guy, he's a drug dealer. He gets arrested, and he gets sentenced to a long time because he, you know, dealing drugs. And the FBI wants to give him a shot at um, reducing his sentence, but he has to cooperate, and then he has to try to get this guy to confess some crimes to him without them knowing. And yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, and it's set in the '80s, I think, and it's well made. The shots are cool. I mean, the acting is serious, and everything looks cool, and like it's well written. So I recommend it. Blackbird on Apple Plus.
clearly his character has not watched the Shawshank Redemption because he should know better to try to get his cellmate to confess to some shit because shit never works out well.
Well, they're not in the same prison in the beginning. He has to agree to it. They're gonna send them to he's like in a like a regular prison, I guess. Like and they're gonna send them to a prison that's for mentally insane criminals or
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, it's pretty out there. The guy that he's
What's
trying to get a confession from is a suspected serial killer. So like picture a Bundy or something like that. Where
he's got to sleep at night in the same cell as this
well, I
guy.
don't know if they're cellmates or not. They were gonna be in
Oh,
the same prison. So he's just gotta befriend them. So I don't know if they're gonna sleep in the same cell. But
so they can be like, hey, I like to serial kill people too. Me too.
yeah. They're trying to find 20 dead bodies. And
God damn.
yeah. So the premise is there, man. The execution
All right.
so far has been pretty good. I know you like to shoot plot holes into it before you even watch a single thing for it. But
But
give it a shot.
anyways, yeah. When I get Apple, I will. Terry, I always have a hard time saying his name.
Taron. Taron. I say Taron.
Terry.
Egerton.
We'll just go with that.
Egerton.
Egerton. He's an awesome actor. I like him
Dude,
a
he
lot.
got
He was,
yoked.
he got yoked for the Kingsman, and then I think he had to put on a bunch of weight to play Elton John, in Rocket Man. That's a great film with him. Man, he does a great job.
Yeah.
And now he's doing this. Like that guy's got, and he's got pipes. He's one of the voices in Sing too.
Yeah. You know, and then he's bigger in this one than Kingsman. He's not just ripped. He's got some mass.
He's like WWF ready.
I read a thing where he went up to Disney or Marvel. Is like he wants to play Wolverine, and if his body looks like the way it looks in this, I'm like I can see it. I can see it.
All right, that's cool. All right, I'll check it out when it shows up where I finally get Apple.
Yeah. Next up,
What's next?
Loot, also on Apple, starring Maya Rudolph, and Maya Rudolph and Adam Scott, and it's the showrunner was a writer on Parks and Rec, and
Oh,
man, this show's so funny. She plays a divorced billionaire. She got like she got like 750 billion, I don't know, some ridiculous number, and in the divorce settlement from Adam Scott. And this is all the first episode, so you know, it's no spoilers, right? So it's just her going through life as the divorcee and being filthy rich. And
so So she's like in her own complete separate world from
Yeah,
like reality.
they rented. I listened to an interview, and they rented this house. It's the most expensive mansion in the world. I think it's like 500 something, whatever dollar amount you want it to be, but it
Whole
has like
lot of
6 pools and I don't know how many rooms. I want to say it was like 50,000 square feet or some ridiculous thing, and then they rented it out to shoot the show in there. And
wow.
dude, it's amazing looking. You look at the house, you're like, holy shit! But
But it's funny.
it's hilarious, dude. It's hilarious. Episode three Episode 3 probably has one of the funniest episodes I've seen of TV in a long time. Like,
Wow, that's a big statement.
yeah, since yeah, it's hands down a classic episode. And I don't want to give anything else away because just finding out what it is, you're like, oh shit, it's about to be on. And yeah, man, it's so good. So yeah, Maya Rudolph,
Man.
Apple
All
Plus.
right. I gotta check that out. So many things. So many things.
I know, too many things.
I'll get to it. I'll get to it. All right. I think this takes us to our last section,
Yeah,
which is the double feature.
boom, double feature.
All right. What's this week's double feature?
We're gonna go with animated movie. We I after watching that trailer for Luck, I'm like, man, that animated movie looks good. Let's pick a animated movie. You want me to go first or you want to go first?
Yeah. Go
All
ahead.
right. For me, I'm gonna go with a Studio Ghibli classic, Spirited Away. It is on uh HBO Max, and man, the movie speaks for itself. It's like beautifully drawn, and it's a whimsical kind of daydream of a story. And yeah, man, check it out if you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I have to like get my shit together.
It's a great film, dude. It's a great film.
I have no doubt. I know you talk about it a lot. Um, to match kind of that energy, it's a Japanese animated film from 2004, Steam Boy. I remember watching
Hey,
this.
we went together.
Did we?
Yeah, at
Wow.
the Hillcrest.
Wow. All right. High five to you. You have good taste. Hanging
Yeah,
out with me.
yeah.
Now we're dating us 2004. Um, I love it. I haven't seen it in a couple of years, but it's directed by I don't know how to say his first name, Otomo, who directed Akira. And I mean, it's got legacy behind it. And it takes place in like 1960s London, where they're harnessing the power of steam. And there's different factions trying to turn the steam into weapons. And this little boy is kind of caught in the middle because his family kind of helped create steam technology. And the animation is spectacular. It's a mix of like 2D and they throw some 3D stuff in there here and there just when they need it to. And the whole thing looks so stylized and the designs are all steampunk and just like, wow. And there's so many great fun sequences. And like towards the end, it ends in like this giant sequence. You're like, my mind was blown watching this in the theater. This might have been like one of the biggest like conceptual slash I don't know how to even like spectacles of an ending. You're like, holy crap. Like it just goes there. And this was 2004. It's Steam Boy. I haven't seen it in a couple years, but I bet it still holds up great. And I gotta watch it again soon. And also it has an awesome score. The score is so good. And this dude goes on to do the same composer. His name will come to me. Um, he goes on to the Transformers sequels or this franchise, and I think that has a fantastic score. Say what you about the films, like they're a little after the first one, but man, the first film, especially with Transformers, has an amazing score. And the same dude, and Michael Jacoby, something like that, or Steve Jacoby. Yeah, check it out. So that's Steam Boy 2004. It's awesome. What are your thoughts? Because we went together. You probably have some thoughts.
Yeah, you know what? I love this movie too. I remember buying it after we saw it. I was like, oh, when
Yeah,
it came out on DVD and whatever.
yeah,
I just remember it has some crazy action sequences with the Steam
yeah.
Boy.
Engines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then also, um, what was the other thing? The action sequences and the overall animation, the combination of 2D with the 3D was just right. And yeah, man, it was a great movie. Good choice.
Yeah, I might have to watch it again soon. I'm getting all hyped just thinking about it.
Well,
Man, it's good.
Hype your ass over to freaking Spirited Away, dude. It's good too.
All right, I'll put that on my list. Man, big list.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think that's it for this first half of this week's episodes, because we're about to jump off, make some tea, and we're about to jump into Stranger Things and the boys full on spoilers. So we'll upload that probably in a few days. So look for that. And if you haven't seen it, don't click it. But if you've seen them, click the shit out of it. Give us some opinions. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Any other final thoughts, man?
Nothing much. Just stay safe out there and keep putting shit on the list.
And if anyone has any other thoughts or anything, add it to the list if we missed anything this week. All right. So for Put It on the List, this has been Andres.
And I'm Francisco.
And thank you for joining us. You guys, take it easy.